Platform Limited is concerned, they have announced an agreement with SpaceX to offer Starlink's broadband internet services to its customers in India. Now, this agreement, which is subjected to SpaceX receiving its own authorization to sell Starlink in India, enables Jio and SpaceX to explore how Starlink extends Jio's offering and how Jio can complement SpaceX direct offering to consumers and businesses. Now, Jio will make Starlink solution available through its retail outlets as well as through its online storefronts. I'm now joined by CNN News 18's Ashmit Kumar on this broadcast. Ashmit, a very major partnership that is being reported right now. How is this going to transform the entire broadband internet service in the country?
Well, what this effectively means is that Elon Musk owns Starlink is one step closer to coming here as far as the Indian market is concerned. Bear in mind here the difference very conceptually between the two networks. Jio is a terrestrial network, provides connection to your device, to your mobile via telecom towers. That's the broad terrestrial nature of the terrestrial network. Starlink is trying to connect your devices using satellite, using spectrum and using satellite. That's the key difference here. They've announced their key partnership. This means that Starlink, that Elon Musk owns Starlink, comes one step closer. Jio has been careful to point out that all of this, of course, will be subject to Starlink procuring all the necessary approvals, satisfying any concerns that the Indian government may have. So that is something that Starlink will have to do on its own, coordinate with InSpace, coordinate with the DOT, coordinate with the TRAI for satisfying all regulatory issues that Starlink will have to do. However, on the aspect of penetrating the Indian market, there is considerable synergies that both the companies are trying to explore. Let's bear in mind that Jio is the world's largest telecom network in the world, not in the country, but in the world. At the same time, Starlink has the largest number of satellites, has over 6,000 satellites in its constellation, with which it is trying to provide connectivity, with which it's trying to provide internet. With the two companies coming together, what it does is that it allows for one, Jio, to have a wider portfolio of services that it can offer. Bear in mind that Starlink has an attractive bevy of enterprise suites that it offers to its customers. That is now something that Jio can look to expand on, look to expand its portfolio of services. What is important for Starlink is that using the network that Jio has, it can use that network for penetrating the Indian market. What do we mean by that? What we mean essentially is that Jio has a very vast network, distribution network. This distribution network, at least for the information that's coming as of right now, can be used, will be used as a part of this understanding, as a part of this agreement for selling of the Starlink equipment. Bear in mind, for receiving of these signals from the satellites, there are some equipment that needs to be purchased. That equipment can be bought going forward from Jio stores, both online as well as offline. These stores will also provide installation and activation services for the benefit of the customers, and that will be key going forward as Elon Musk Starlink is trying to penetrate the Indian market. But of course, all of this, just to remind our viewers, will be subject to Starlink satisfying regulatory and security concerns raised by the Indian government. That is something on which we don't have a timeline on, but that is something that will be critical for Starlink's plan to go ahead here in India.